What's up, everybody? I'm Kristen Gutierrez, and I am so excited to be joined today by Anita Anello, the wealthy SAP consultant. What's up, Anita?
Hi, how are you? I'm super excited to be here with you. Just changing my screen a little bit around so that we got the right version and the right view. Let's start over. Hold on.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kristen Gutierrez. I'm so excited to be joined today by Anita Anello, the wealthy SAP consultant. What's up, Anita?
Hey, Kristen, so excited to be here with you today. And why don't we just kind of like dive right into the conversation that we're going to have? I'm so excited to just talk with you, talk about what's going on these days, and help everybody who's listening.
Yeah, so why don't you just lay the groundwork and tell us how did you get started?
Oh, yes. I love this question. Thank you for asking. Many people know that I've been around the SAP space for a little bit over 20 years. And in that time, I really loved what I do. I was actually part of a team and led a team that brought in about 10,000 net new customers into the SAP ecosystem. Super exciting times. We also were able to really, it's so interesting, Kristen. In that time, I was able to really hone my expertise on helping consultants. How do they close deals faster? Helping channel partners. How do they adjust their messaging? How do they improve the delivery model and all these elements of their SAP contracts and their SAP customers and being able to help them for so long? And I love that for a lot of years. It was amazing. I took a little break and came home and homeschooled our kids. And then in that season, actually a couple of years ago, I had started up another consulting business and I was having so much fun just delivering at a high value for my clients and really just crushing it in so many ways, but not financially yet. And this is actually what was interesting that was going on in our household. My husband, just a couple of years ago, he went in for an outpatient procedure and then about an hour later ended up in the emergency room and spent a week in the cardiac wing. And Kristen, in that time frame, it was really interesting because he actually lost his job. And at that time, his income covered the majority of our household. And so it really caused me to like shift into high gear right away. And one of the things that I did is I met with my coach at the time, and he's like, Anita, you have all this experience. You started dabbling and kind of like consulting on your own again. What if you just repackage the expertise that you already have and present it to the marketplace in the new way? And so it was almost like I couldn't unsee what was possible right in front of me, Christian. And it totally changed our household, like radically. It gave us the time and freedom to be able to continue homeschool the kids. It gave my husband the ability to come home and just heal from what his body needed to do after being, if you spend any time in a cardiac wing, you need some time to heal afterwards. And it actually really exploded our financial abundance in our household by shifting some things around in the business. And so super excited to talk with you about that a little bit more.
Yeah, because I think you have some sort of process called the SAP consultant formula, the
Yes.
wealthy SAP consultant form. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, yes, I love it. I actually have a system that I help other SAP consultants walk through that allows them to do a couple of things. There's a couple of key things that we need to pay attention when we're trying to create what I call high impact and high ticket offers that really come together. Number one, in the system, what we do is we help consultants shift their messaging around. We try to shift our messaging where the corporate world, it's not our fault, but the corporate world has taught us, you and I know, because we've been in the corporate space, like put yourself out there, put all this information on your LinkedIn profile, make it look like your resume, all that kind of stuff. But that actually does not lead our clients toward us. What we do instead is we shift messaging around to be able to focus on results that we can get for somebody else. So if I can go into a client and put a six-figure day or a seven-figure day into their business, or if I can talk to some of my bigger SAP clients and be able to help them get out of escalation, or if I can talk to SAP consultants and help them win six-figure projects and build seven-figure businesses, see how all that language is focused on results I get for somebody else. The other thing that we love to do, there's many steps in the system. But I'll just go over two of them right now. The other thing that I love to be able to do is to be able to create and teach other people how to put systems in their consulting businesses so that they can do this for themselves and then actually for others as well. And so it's super cool to actually walk through the process of being able to identify what are your pillars that you always go through? How do you communicate that in a way to the marketplace that triggers and signals to your SAP clients? Oh my gosh, these guys know what they're doing. They can get the results that I'm looking for. They can get me out of the pain that I'm currently in and into whatever desired outcome they want. Usually for SAP clients, they want to improve their business processes. They want to get back to being profitable businesses. They want to be back to serving their clients and making money. Like, I love being able to install this system in other SAP consultants' business so that they can get some of the same results.
Yeah, I love that because speaking of results, like what is it that you think holds people back?
Oh, I love this question. This is so good. Part of it is I'm going to break it down in a couple pieces. Part of it is internally, if you or I tell ourselves a story that we can't, and I can't can come in a couple of different varieties. It can come in, I can't do what she's talking about. I can't possibly just all of a sudden change my hourly rate from $65 an hour or $100 an hour or $200 an hour to be able to go to something bigger than that because I'll lose out deals. And while that is accurate, if we're only competing on price, yes, all of a sudden the market will be like, recruiters will look at you like, what do you mean your hourly rate is what? But see, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about taking the expertise that we already have and then, so this is where it comes to a limiting belief, taking the expertise that we already have and packaging it up in a way that produces an outcome, creates a system that signals to the marketplace. Because do you really think, Kristen, if I'm doing a project for you, does it matter to you if it takes me 1 hour or 10 hours to get the result that I can get for you?
Nope. I'm
No,
like,
not at all.
mm,
Right. And it doesn't matter to our clients otherwise. So, what genuinely happens is that some of the outcomes that happen for clients that work with me is they actually start to have both money freedom and time freedom. And isn't that super cool that we, as I don't know, parents, moms, dads, like husbands, wives, business owners, don't we want both the time and money freedom? And kind of then here's another part is the corporate world has taught us that we cannot have both time and money freedom. It's taught us that I have to work 40 hours a week or bill 40 hours a week and then do my normal job or run my business on top of that. So that's another actually thought process, mindset, story that I'm telling myself that would hold others back as well.
yeah. I like what else? Because I know you had a couple things. So in the interest of time, just tell us what else holds people back.
Yeah. So some of the other things that happen a lot of times are like externally to us. And so perhaps externally might be well-meaning friends or family or the marketplace or those in your industry that are saying, you can't do that. You can't get out on social and get loud. You can't go ahead and shift yourself from like a $65 an hour, $100 consultant to be able to be a high impact, high ticket consultant. You can't, maybe a husband or a wife says, that sounds great, but we still need money coming in. And so, right, there's these external versions of roadblocks that might be there. Somebody might think in their mind, I can't do this right now because I don't have the income. Do you know actually one of the biggest things that holds us back is that when we tell ourselves the story and then we make it come true externally to us that there's not enough to go around, and that's actually not the case. There's never been a better time, Kristen, regardless of what's going on economically, what's going on, I don't know, in politics or what's going on around the world. Like there's actually never been a better time for each of us as SAP consultants and independent consultants to be able to come to the marketplace and help our clients get the results that we're looking for. Because every SAP client that I talk to, they're actually not just looking for just regular old project managers anymore. What they're looking for is strategic advisors that can get them a result that they're looking for and get it for them fast.
Oh my gosh, so good, Anita. So what can we do next?
Oh, I love this. So come on into the masterclass. One of the easiest things to do is come on and join us for the masterclass. There'll be a link down below to be able to register. There's two different ways that you can attend the masterclass. There's a VIP experience, and we'll talk about that in a second. You can also attend for free, and we stream that through our private Facebook group. But the VIP experience is going to do a couple of key things, Kristen. When people come into the VIP experience, I love delivering VIP experience for all of my clients, the SAP consultants, my big 100 million to billion-dollar SAP customers. I love being able to do that because I know that when we invest, that we actually are invested ourselves. So we invest the time differently when we pay for the VIP experience. And then also we actually invest, or we're invested in ourselves and being able to get the outcome. So one of the things that we do in the VIP experience is hot seat coaching, kind of like what you and I are doing right now, where somebody comes in and says, Anita, I have this question in my business, this burning question. It has to get solved today so I can go out and make more money and have better time freedom. And so we do that actually live on the whole masterclass when you're in the VIP experience. The other thing that we do is that it's really interesting. When I started out in this space and I started shifting the dialogue from I'm an hourly consultant to I produce high income, high impact results for my high ticket clients, it took a little while to figure some things out, and I didn't get it all right when I first started. I made some mistakes. So the other thing that we do is we conquer and make you aware of the 5 critical mistakes that we want to avoid when you're going in this process of shifting from I'm an hourly consultant and positioning myself differently in the market, getting results, outcome, building your systems, all that great stuff.
Oh my gosh, so fun. So can you drop the link below so that we can sign up for VIP?
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll make sure and drop that link below when the video is done here. You can put in the comments that you want to reach out. If you have any questions, by all means, let our team know. Thank you so much, Kristen. I so appreciate you being here with me today and just talking about what's going on in the world of SAP consulting.
Thank you so much, Anita.
Take care.
Bye.